Anyway,
Really?
hello everybody. Um,
Hello.
it's been a bit.
Hello.
Welcome back. Um, yeah. So for those that are watching the video, our two viewers, our two humble viewers. Um, the reason we haven't uploaded anything or played in a while, is because we had to face the biggest villain of D&D, which is scheduling conflicts. But that's okay. We're making it work, and hopefully, uh, in the future, we'll get to play a little bit more. But um, yeah, we can just hop right into it. Let me go ahead and get us some music, and while I'm doing that, I'll do a little bit of a recap. So you guys were traveling from Uthadern to towards Druvenlode, um, the hometown within the Dwendalian Empire of Quarterly. She vaguely said something about her father, being sick and waking up, and she needed to go see him as soon as possible. And so you all wanted to help him, maybe, track some people or do some things of your own along the way, seemingly along the same path so far with what Rune and Jakar are looking out for. Um, but you guys eventually trekked across the sort of graying wildlands, encountering a giant rime worm, which nearly killed a few of you. Um, you persevered and continued on as you saw that there were a bunch of hyenas that were not native to this area at all. Um, but they were eating the worm, and then they started to like twitch and bloat. Some of you kind of suspecting what that meant, and it would not bode well for the region. Um, but eventually, you moved on, and you encountered this sort of grove. It seemed like at first it was some sort of had been kept upkept a while ago, but it was starting to fall into disarray, and you guys saw that inside this stone kind of chapel, if you will, there was a makeshift shrine that seemed to depict uh, Yenogu and Baphomet, um, kind of coinciding with what you already knew about this group that Rune and Jakar were tracking, this knoll that the Curse Wardens had told you about back on Iselcross. Um, there was a sort of idol that kind of put both Rune and Jakar in a trance, and Jakar, stepping inside, suddenly got like a bear trap snapped on his leg. Did quite a bit of damage and kind of caused him to limp for a little bit for the rest of the day, but you eventually got it fixed up. And you now have that bear trap for whatever purpose you want to do for that. But eventually, you guys arrived in Shadycreek Run, and you sort of realized that you had three options. You could either try and brave the journey to Druvenlode yourself through war-torn lands. Probably not a good idea. It would have been the hardest option. Um, Calda had some contacts within the Grey Trader Union who possibly could smuggle you to your destination. Or, as seemingly Aglar drew some eyes very quickly, there was a one of the families, one of the tribes that run Shadycreek Run, specifically the Trebanes, seemed to have an interest in Aglar and your group, and they offered you some work in exchange for similar means of possibly smuggling you, though you imagine they would have much more interesting ways of getting you there. But you guys spoke with Gregory, this sort of pale, bald, very skinny guy, kind of got like freckles, these like dull blue eyes, and kind of like a wrap on his head, that was sort of like a spokesperson for Lord Trebane. And he gave you a letter essentially asking you to go to the Great Trader Union House and negotiate that 40% of their profits would be given to the Trebane family. And in exchange, the Trebanes eventually would start supplying them with like artifacts and things from the past, magical items, things of that nature. But you guys declined for now, and I believe you were heading to the Grey Trader Union house or the warehouse to sort of talk to the individuals there, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So, as you sort of head over to that portion of the city, you eventually do find the Great Trader Union warehouse. Um, give me 1 second here.
I believe Egler said we're gonna see the options from the trader people, and if we don't like it, we're going to the other guy.
I was, like, personally upset about them stealing these people's shit or something, right? Like they're taking these bits of food.
You're extremely quiet, by the way, V.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll turn it.
That was already better. I don't know if you got closer.
I did.
That's good. There you go.
Come closer.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I think Zegler last session was like, I don't know if he told this in character, but he doesn't like some of these people here because they're taking things from his people or something.
I think you,
vaguely remember.
from what I remember, you did express that, right, Hagler?
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Like, I didn't really go into like a whole lot of detail, but kind of a little bit.
He was like, they suck. We don't trust them.
Basically.
But
I'm
then
worried they're just trying
again,
to steal my shit.
yeah, then again, everyone here is basically trying to do that, including the Great Trader Union. They do have a little bit of their hands in the pot as well. They're considered
Yeah.
the possibly like the least corrupt, but they're still pretty corrupt. Shadycreek Run is you don't get to be the good guy here.
For sure.
All right, but you guys were heading over to the Great Trader Union warehouse. Let me see here. Eventually, you walk into this large kind of L-shaped warehouse where the front entrance is kind of on the, um, you would basically walk through and then the rest of the warehouse would do like a 90-degree turn to your right and kind of proceed on. But as you walk up, you can see there's not really many guards or anything posted. There's just kind of just like just kind of come and go sort of thing. It's nicely labeled Great Trader Union warehouse, open. Kind of says the hours of operation and whatnot. You'd imagine like normal business hours. It seems like they're trying to run an actual like maybe not well to do, but a business for all intents and purposes. But you guys push your way inside. You can immediately see there are a couple decently armed individuals here that are now inside the warehouse, not on the outside, but they just kind of look to you. They're, some have their hands kind of on their belt, others are just crossing their arms looking. You see one kind of above in like an upstairs office area is like leaning over the banister, kind of looking at you guys. And you see a kind of fatter human man, um, kind of has like greasy, slicked back hair, a little bit of a double chin going on. Just a chubby looking guy, who you imagine to be this Alan individual that I believe Marley told Calda about, to go
Alan?
speak to.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she said, I think telling them that she sent us or something.
Yeah. He kind of like looks over. He's in the middle of like discussing something with somebody. He's like, "Welcome to the warehouse. You all looking for something in particular, or?"
I'll push Kala forward.
Yeah.
You got this.
Well, yeah, Marley was the one who sent us this way. We're actually looking for a way to travel through all of the turmoil. She gave us a few ideas, but we were hoping we might be able to hear the word from the horse's mouth. So it is.
Oh. I'm sorry. I know who Marley is, but who are you all?
Oh, of course. Sorry. My apologies. I am Calder Teacloak of the Teacloaks. Nice to meet your acquaintance. And these are my companions. And she kind of gestures to them.
Hi.
You see he like looks at you all and just kind of like squints his eyes and like looks back to the guy that he was like talking to with like the paper and stuff, and he just kind of like gives him an apologetic kind of like gesture and like hands the paper and then like slowly steps up and clears his throat. He's like, "No, I understand that Marley sent you here. However, this is not a place for handouts, especially for outsiders who I have no clue about.
Oh no,
Perhaps
of course
you would
not. We
find
wouldn't want
better
to
luck
go.
elsewhere." Don't have time to waste on
I'm
whatever
not
this
sure that
is.
I'm not sure you understand the meaning of my words, friend. We are looking to travel through all of the various armies that are in our way for something that is possibly more important than you may have ever heard of. And she kind of looks a bit grumpy at him.
I imagine we're offering work in exchange, right? We'll kind of look to the rest of the group.
We'll pay the price accordingly. But I want to know what kind of product these people can even offer in the first place.
I am a very busy man. I don't have time to talk about what we can offer and lay out our opportunities before you. You'll simply have to take my word for it, and Marty's, that that would be a possibility. But I don't know anything about you people, so I'm not too sure what sort of work I could even provide you. Are you brutes? How do I not know you were sent by one of the other tribes?
Like you said, friend, you have to take our word for it. And she smiles and puts out her hand.
Do we look like we are from this place? Let's be honest. We just want to have an option to travel
You,
and get out of here. So we need your help, and we offer our help.
you don't.
It's a fair trade.
You don't look like you're from here, which raises much more suspicions. If I saw some friendly thug faces that I recognize, perhaps I'd be more inclined, but I know nothing about you. You're wild cards. That is not
Well,
usually how I do business.
I see.
certainly, being not from here should make us more trustworthy, if nothing else.
Calder tries to suppress like a smirk.
But how about this then? What will it take to bridge that gap? You know.
You see, he's just getting annoyed, and he's just kind of like rubbing his temple. He's like, I don't know. I could.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Could people technically know my last name? Like, I'm not a super famous person, but I mean, we are rich people from Druvenlode.
You're from the Empire. So that would probably be more in that circle
Okay.
than anything else. Do you have like a background feature or anything that allows you to?
My background features, I believe, noble background. I'm gonna check it real quick. Where do I find that?
Features and trade, or no, under the description. No, you have. No, you have.
No, I have. I just chose
You have
something
researcher.
random.
Yeah.
Researcher?
Yeah,
No,
that's what you just.
I should not have researcher. I have lone child.
Right, but the feature associated with it you chose was researcher.
So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Hulda has been a merchant before, but I haven't ever solidified all the details. Is it okay if she tries to impress upon him like her previous dealings and like maybe show them some of her like accountancy and be like, I am a real trader, I promise. And I have been here. Here are my book.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, I'll say.
Hell yeah.
The dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks to you all and just it's more so looking to you, Calda, and he's like, "You give me a moment to finish what I was doing, like 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll be right back with you shortly. You could just wait right there. I'll be back."
Of course.
And he goes over to the guy and again gives like a very like apologetic. You hear him say like, "Terribly sorry for the food interruption." He's like continuing like like talking to the guy, and they sort of walk out of view of you guys.
What does the guy look like?
Just a kind of unassuming human guy, kind of like short, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes. Just wearing like common traveler's clothes. Doesn't have any armor. Seems kind of light.
What's his name?
You didn't ask his name. He went away.
I'm just fucking.
Take notes, Matt. You just have them walk away before they can ask their name. We always
Exactly what I
pester
did
Matt.
last-
We always pester Matt in our other game. Like, we'll just be talking to some random person. We'll go, "What's your name?" And he just says fucking every time he has some fucking goofy ass name. 45 minutes pass. And then finally the guy comes back. And he's like, "Right. Okay. I suppose you can follow me to my office." Kind of.
Thank you.
He doesn't walk. He kind of waddles. He's very heavy set. And waddles his way kind of down through the warehouse. You can see all manner of boxes, goods, whether it's food or other traveling equipment or whatever somebody in this area would need. You see boxes and things labeled. You also see many unmarked boxes. You have no clue what's inside of them. But eventually he leads you up to the second floor where there's sort of like there's one of those offices where it's the windows look out directly onto the warehouse floor. It's kind of like you see it in like factory setting. You know what I'm talking about. Kind of a messy office. He has documents strewn all over the place. There are two guards in here that are sort of just, one is standing next to him, the other is standing by the door, just kind of watching things. But you all pile in. It's a little tight. And he kind of leans over the desk and says, "So you have a bit of experience with trading and things of that nature."
That's right. And now that we're in more quiet accommodation, we've also solved a few problems regarding frigid woe and being a bit of an adventure, I would say. Myself, I come from a dungeoneering background. I can't speak for all of my companions, but I have assembled fine adventurers, hardy people, hard-working folk. She kind of just smiles.
Would you kill some of the tribes around here without batting an eye?
If you get us what we need, I would say so.
He looks to the rest of the group to see if that is the same sentiment.
Jakar smiles.
Oh no.
Yeah, complete blank face.
Yeah, Rin's a little like eyebrow raised, but doesn't really betray much else.
I'm
I think
shrugging.
Cal understands this is the price of business here.
Yeah.
And I think didn't we have she had like a whole speech to the group before they got here about behaving and such.
Kind of, yeah. Basically said don't trust anybody, things of that nature.
they're all
Yeah, they're
backstabbing.
all backstabbers. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, fair enough. We can start you off with something light if this is something you'd be interested in. We have a caravan that's coming over the mountains. They're having to carve their own path through for the horse and carriage. Somebody, sure, it should have been 6-ish months ago, I believe. Someone sealed off the Quana Breach. So neither us, nor the Empire, nor really anybody has been able to get through it. Just someone came through one day and blew a hole in the side of the mountain, and that was the end of that. But we,
Terrible.
yes, quite strange group those people were, but we've seen worse. In any case,
Don't tell
we-
me you're gonna make us go over the Dunrock Mountains. She looks really upset.
we would have to go up in the mountains, meet the caravan, and escort them to us. Because no doubt the tribes are going to intercept them in the mountains, kill the people, and take everything that we're trying to transport.
How far are these mountains away?
He gestures out the window and points to the mountains that are pretty much just outside of Shady
Oh,
Creek
okay,
Run.
so it's not like another few days of traveling.
No.
Sounds simple enough.
Fine with me.
Do this, and perhaps I'll have one more job for you after that, and then we can talk about getting you to where you need to go. Perhaps.
Of course.
If you need some time to think about it, then take some time, but the
Do we need
caravan's not
time,
going to wait forever.
companions? And she like turns over her shoulder.
I don't
got
really
it.
think at all.
Well,
To be quite
well,
honest,
what-
I don't like the sound of the perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps we have
Right.
another job, and then perhaps I will get you where you want to be. We need a straight answer. Yes, you get us somewhere, then we do the job for you. No, perhaps.
Calda's like rubbing her breath.
He holds his hands out and gestures to Calda. He says, "As your smaller friend said downstairs, it's a risk you will have to take. Such is the way of doing things in Shadycreek Run." And just gives a smile, and you could just see like yellowed teeth and like he's just a sweaty, disgusting individual.
She spits in her hand and holds it out to him.
No,
Uh,
don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that! Give
I
us a
mean-
minute. Give us a minute. Give
I'm not gonna
us
lie.
a minute.
I'm
I
kind
will
of hooked by
smack
the
your
spot.
hand down. I will smack your hand down. We need
Well,
time for
guys.
this.
Well, I keep this one around because she's so boisterous and energetic. Give me a minute to sort out my companions. And she turns around and is like really red and flustered.
The guard at the door opens the door for you guys to step out.
okay.
Honestly, that offer that we had before sounds very, very nice to me right now because I don't like this guy.
We could
Yeah,
go talk to him.
to remind you, because it's been a little bit, the offer that Urbanes wanted you to do is basically come to this guy and
Murder these
strong.
people.
Well, no, not murder him. Strong
I
arm.
know, but
Right, strong arm him into agreeing to giving 40% to the Turbane family. So it'd be especially if you don't like this
by
guy. it'd be a
whatever
fun-
means.
Hey, that's left to you guys. If you
I know,
fucking
I know,
butcher
I know,
everybody
I
in
know.
here.
Step 3, take over Shady Creek Run ourselves.
So his offer was to just strong arm this guy into 40%, and then that was it.
Yeah,
Uh,
but 40%
you-
is
that was
basically
just
asking them to
as
give
like a
away
first-
everything for nothing.
Yeah, and like a
It was a
first job. It wasn't
pity deal.
also
Yeah.
just like a one-off and we're
Yeah.
good.
But,
But I really
in
don't
comparison
like
to the
it.
two, that's probably a much easier and quicker thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we-
basically, like, I don't mind doing this job, but I don't like that he says perhaps. If he doesn't say, we
Yeah.
can feel that he is gonna get us where we want to go. Like
And
for the
he
first
also-
thing, okay, we do an easy job, and then we have a harder job. But if after that harder job we still don't have a straight up yes, we're gonna get you there. No.
So Calda's done business in Shady Creek Run. Is this genuinely how things go here, Brandon?
He did also
Because-
say that we had to do something else as well. So it wouldn't just be this. It would be this, something else, and then maybe. So
Yeah,
I
he
don't.
still says maybe. He says maybe, perhaps. Like there's no clear. I will get you to where you go. Like he can basically get us into a loop of jobs and then promise us that maybe after the next job we will get to where we're going. It's like when you fight for a promotion at your job, you know? Maybe if you do this shitload of work, you will get the promotion, but maybe someone else will get it and you have to do
The-
another shitload of
How many jobs have
Then
you
I
had,
have-
Quarterly?
I just read a lot.
Mm.
I have an idea, if I may. If that's the case, then why don't we kill two birds with one stone? This man just. Are we alone right now? Brandon?
I imagine you guys have kind of stepped outside. Are you stepped outside the warehouse? Like you're just kind
Somewhere
of
where they cannot hear us.
in the
Yeah, like-
I
there's
assume that.
In a group
This-
huddle.
This man just told us about whatever this transportation was that people were vying for. Well, what if we fuck them over? What if we set up a deal with the Trebanes to where we go to do the job for this warehouse,
No,
but actually give it to them, and
Do
then
not-
also strong arm this warehouse into the deal?
Kelda's
So we
like
just push
sweating
everything
bullet.
towards the Trebanes.
She's like got a cold sweat. She's like, you do not start messing in the politics of Shadycreek Run for Christ's
Well, we're talking about the
sake.
possibility of multiple jobs. What if we bring just a bountiful offer?
He's right, realistically, there's basically, he wants us to save them from other people. If we work with these other people, or fuck them over.
Maybe
we
the
are on
Trebanes
one
already
side.
want that. So we go under the pretense that we're working for the warehouse, actually for the Trebanes, and then when we come back, we strong arm into the deal.
You
Okay.
are stepping into a game that has been played far longer than any of us have been alive. I'm just
Here's
not
what
happy with this idea.
Unfortunately, that's kind of my thing.
look.
Oh.
Okay, I don't think a lot, right? But when I do, it means something bad is gonna happen. And honestly, right now, it feels like we're in like a new fucking area, and we're trying to hunt down something big, and then we're trying to give it to something even bigger, right? But we're not sure how fucking big this thing is, and we're facing off something that it knows the place in and out, and we're just walking into it feeling like, oh, we know how this shit goes, we know how the predatory chain works, but in reality, they're the ones setting the trap for us, At the end, we could only just decide which is the safest bet.
I mean, also,
It's a lose-lose.
when are we gonna be coming back here anytime soon? I mean, they could always hunt us down, sure, but maybe it'll be kind of like a power move if we do Lumen's
And
plan.
make a very strong impression. You're
You may
talking
not
about
be
not
coming back
understanding
here.
the lay of the land. I mean,
You may not
that-
be coming back here, but I told that man my family name, and if they hurt my family, I'll come after all of you. She looks at them all serious.
Okay, wait. We're not gonna
Yeah.
get family involved, okay? You know this place now, so I'm gonna trust you the most here.
It's dangerous, and I don't want to make any more danger than we have to engage in.
but
But
it could get us moving faster.
and he does not promise us the payment. Basically, he just says maybe you will get it, and that is not good enough. We have to trust him, and you said don't trust anyone. And in this moment, he doesn't even lie. He doesn't even say yes, you will get it. He just straight up says maybe you will.
And I don't know if we have
I do
time
have-
for movies.
I do have one more person we could try and engage, but he is a con man. She kind of looks at them all.
Right. So it's again a lose situation.
I mean, here's the thing: isn't everyone in here, from what I could tell, kind of a snake?
Wow.
Yes.
What do you mean? I worked with the law quite closely,
As-
actually.
as-
I mean,
As
No,
he
I mean
says
like
that,
the.
as Jakar says that, you'll hear like a slight hiss coming from Lumen's arm.
No, I mean like us, but I mean like the Shadycreek Run. Everyone's really snakes, so whoever we barter with, we expect to get bit.
No honor among thieves.
Here's the thing: I've got nothing to lose from abandoning and like running along with the rest of you, but I'm not gonna involve, Kala's family into this.
I mean, we don't have to, but to be realistic, we could fuck these people over, let's say, theoretically. We go against them, and then maybe, what was this noble's name that came to talk to us?
One of the tribes, it was a representative of Lord Trebane.
Trebane, yes. So technically, Trebane could be mad that we did not accept his offer and worked with them anyways, so he could also come after your family, as now he knows your name as well. So in any ways, our family names, everyone around us could be in danger, no matter which route we take.
That's why we try and go undetected. We don't do too much. Don't disturb the boats. We are like a small ripple through the ocean.
Excuse me. Hello.
oh,
You kind of like
Hey
all turn
there.
around from your huddle, and you see Gregory standing there.
Oh,
Gregory!
Not
like in the
not
middle of
close,
it.
not close,
I see this as a sign.
not
knew
close
it.
enough to hear what you're talking about. But you see, he has a something like a large like plate in his hand, and like kind of like a cloth like wrapped around it. He's like, I sorry, it might have been me overstepping, but you guys went into the warehouse and didn't come out for a while, so I got a little worried. But I brought funnel cake. He kind of walks up and like
Oh,
takes the cloth off, and there's just like a big plate of funnel cake there that he's just kind of smiling, all his missing teeth, and he just kind of like
Yo,
holds
Oh,
it out.
Gregory.
eat that. I'm
Yeah.
just shooting everyone this look. I'm not saying it out loud, but don't eat that.
He's so nice.
I'm already eating it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if
It
it's
is-
poison. If it's for Gregory.
Are you doing detect poison, Lumen?
No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Jakar,
Okay.
you dig into it. It's very, very good. It tastes like a street, like you can almost taste like a little bit of like sweat in it, like it came from a stall, like a street like stand or something
Oh.
like that. That's how you know it's the good kind, though.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
How
such
do
a
Exactly.
I
description.
like Gregory so much and also hate who he works for so much as well? So conflicting.
Here's the thing. Whoever, the fact that Gregory is still here,
would-
compared to who he's working for, I mean, that shows. That shows.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
but-
ask him a question, Gregory. Gregory.
yeah.
Just let's say we would do this job for you. Do you promise? Do we have a deal that we will get our payment and we will get to travel?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, no, I promise you'll get paid for the initial, and then afterwards you do a second thing for Lord Trevane. You'll get what you guys trying to get somewhere, right? Is that what you're trying to get
Yeah.
to a place?
I-
Yeah, no, I mean Lord Trevane can absolutely help you with that. We could do that. But you'll be paid for the first thing as well. He's not just, even though it's a show of good faith, he's not just asking for free work.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know what to do.
listen, if
What a
we
god.
if we do this job to the letter, she'll turn back to the group, kind of back in our little huddle. I don't love it, but
Sorry,
I
Gregory.
mean, it's guaranteed at the very least, and it seems like the quickest route to get us out of here. I mean, Quarterly, you said yourself, we don't know how Druvenlode is right now. We don't know how much time we're working against. We don't have time for maybes.
Do you want to go on our own steam then? If you're so obsessed with getting there sooner? Because the fact is, I want to actually get there and not die.
Lord,
I don't-
Trevane can make sure you'll get there without having to really lift a finger.
Oh no. Why does that scare me more? That's a
Okay,
bad
I
feeling.
think at this point we don't have much time because I bet that the traders want to have an answer. So how about we just do a vote?
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
I guess lift your hand if you are to work with Trevane. And I am lifting my hand.
Rune will,
Lumen.
yeah, she'll begrudgingly lift her hand.
Yeah, Aglar's like face shield just comes down to like cover his face as he like slowly also lifts his hand.
All right. I go with the group. The pack knows best.
Oh, jeez.
So everybody besides Calda at this point.
I'm really sorry.
She's just
Zelda.
shaking her head and her hands in her head.
Whatever happens, might be a bad decision, but I trust these guys.
You see Gregory kind of smiles and he reaches into his kind of like pouch that he has and pulls out the pristine letter that he's seen before. And he hands it to, I guess, Jakar, since Jakar was the one that ate the funnel cake without any hesitation.
There we
Hand
go.
it to-
Thanks, Gregory.
Very, very good funnel cake, by the way. It was pretty damn good. But
You
he's
guys should try this.
Does he look sick? Like, does Jakar look sick or anything from that fun fight?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Okay.
I'm slowly getting poisoned as we speak. Just kidding.
That's 15.
From what you don't have much experience in inspecting people and things like that, but you do have experience almost a month or so now of traveling with Jakar. You guys have been through a lot. Jakar already looks fucked up all the time, especially after what happened to him. But he does. You don't see any like. You don't hear any like gurgling. You don't see him kind of like pausing for a moment. He seems fine.
I am kind of hungry, and that cake does look good.
Well, I imagine at this point, Jakar fucking cleaned the plate, right? Like nobody else jumped on it, and Jakar just fucking ate
Yeah, I'm sorry,
everything.
guys.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah. Because just knowing how he is, I imagine you just like, just fucking.
Look, I'm insatiable. You gotta know that.
I mean, it's okay, you know. It's I guess my figure. It's okay. I'll
If
take
you,
it.
I mean, if you want more, I can get more for you guys. It's we've got I got it from Clover Plaza.
I don't know what that is.
It's the main plaza, Shadycreek Run.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, here you go. Good luck, and I'll be waiting at me little shack, or when you're done.
Gregory,
Yes,
real quick, could you do me a favor?
sure.
Can you hold on to this for 8 hours, and he'll break off a piece of his horn and use Eerie token. Give it to him.
He kind of like looks a little bit confused. He's like, yeah, absolutely, sir. Yeah.
If you hear my voice, I'm sending you a message.
All right. No, no. Well, that makes me that message. Right. Sorry, forgot. You're Lumen, right? Lumen Evenfold.
That's correct.
Yeah, there's people around here looking for you. I'd be real careful.
Stop trying, thank you.
All right.
True
Goodbye.
warning.
The guy like turns around and starts walking away.
Okay. So, our job is to convince them to give up 40% of their business now.
Alda's like checking her armor and like looking at her sword and like basically preparing for battle.
I mean, I do have suggestion.
Really, if
that
you
could
told my
go
family they needed to hand over 40% of their profit for nothing, they would kill you on the spot. So I can't see this going well.
Well,
She's sharpening her sword and looking at her knives and
well, I don't think, at the very least, Grey Trader Union seems like they're trying to keep the straight and narrow for the most part, so I don't think we'll risk them coming after us at the very least.
suppose that's right. Small blessing.
Okay.
What? As long as you guys could promise this will, go well. That's all I'm asking.
No one can promise you that. We're in Shadycreek Run.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
All right. So you guys are heading into the warehouse, correct?
Let me just want to reiterate again. Because are we anticipating that we're going to have more work after this?
No.
No, yes, you are.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna poke.
Gregory said this was the first job that you would be paid for, and then there's something
Okay.
after this that is
So
going to
does-
get you to your destination.
Does no one want to humor that idea of actually double crossing? Of
No.
working with these traders and then delivering their goods to Tremaine? I mean,
But
my
that's not
thought
the
is that
job.
would just. It's a
Yeah.
gamble, but my thought is maybe that would be enough good graces to get us on our way.
But we have a specific job that we have to do, and if we mess them over and grab his stuff and bring it to Tremaine, there's no chance of us to actually finish the job that we're meant to do. Like, they will never agree to the 40% if we just straight up steal something from them. Like, we can't even attempt after that.
Oh, are we expecting to walk in there and have them agree anyway?
We could
No.
try.
I'm not.
Okay.
Judging
She's-
by
she-
judging
I'm
by,
she
So I'm just
I-
saying, if they have to give up 40% of goods, we're already doing that. The stuff that we take
Well,
from
it's-
them.
it
They're
wasn't
already one foot in
40%
that
of
deal.
goods; it was 40% of profits. Like
Yeah,
just
profit.
blanket statement, like No,
It's like
you
we're
look
gonna
at the
walk-
letter.
They're not gonna.
The
They're not
letter
gonna
is a
agree to this deal.
contract.
We're going to have to strong arm no matter what. But
Do you think?
I'm with the group's decision. I just wanted to put it back out there that whatever the trains have following up, we have no idea.
Do you
With
think that maybe, I don't know, this is kind of a scummy idea, but we could still go do that job for the gray traders, but hold the goods hostage?
you,
Yeah.
I will say real quick. You imagine that would take a lot more time. Rune, you being a fighter, you sized up the warehouse. You know your strength as well as you've seen your friends in combat. You guys are an overwhelming presence. He treated you like you were like just little kids off the street. The guy doesn't seem to have much of an idea of what you guys are fully like. He just thought you were a bunch of couple like chuckle fucks. You imagine you have a pretty significant intimidation presence, which is probably why you were chosen for this. And also, if it goes bad, this is Rune thinking this. You imagine you would feasibly have enough strength to non-lethal everybody in there if you wanted to, and not put
Jesus.
yourselves in
You
danger.
mean non-lethal,
Or lethal.
or hanging these people from the rafters?
You feel oh no, not the fuck oh Jesus Christ. That's such a
Not
fucking
again.
callback.
Second warehouse incident.
The warehouse incident. Oh my god, that's so funny. Anyway,
Signs around their necks.
no,
It's bad.
it was a two-person
We're in a
campaign.
fucking
It was Matt
haunted
and
house
I.
attraction.
It was Matt and
Oh,
I
that's right.
playing, and Maddie was the DM. It was like first time DMing, and like we raided this warehouse, and like we knew more people were coming, so we're like, what if we just scare them away? So Matt was playing a furball
I'm
that
playing
could,
what Rune's playing.
or yeah, playing the rune
Nice.
knight, so you could grow big. So he just like grew big and like hung their bodies in the rafters, like just like flopping over. We made it look like a fucking haunted house, and it didn't fucking work. And it was so stupid. We ended up fucking like burning
Man.
the place down or something. I forget what even happened. It was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, but it was
That's
something
so
else.
good.
God damn it.
Terrifying.
But anyway, I will say that Rune, you being a fighter specifically, you as a stray cat runs by.
I'm sorry. I went to go talk, but she meowed right as I unmuted. Rune will just kind of fold her arms, just kind of tossing her head to the side as she doesn't look like she wants to do this, but she just kind of sighs. I mean, you all saw there wasn't really a lot in the way of security in there. If anything, if we just flex our muscles a little bit, I don't think they'll say no. I mean,
Do we want to intimidate? Is that what you're saying, or do we want to?
if they don't initially agree, I don't want to. I don't want to do any of this, but we don't really have much of an option.
I guess.
I'm not really one for intimidating, so you're gonna have to decide amongst yourselves who's going to be doing that.
I can be scary now, I guess.
If I could help.
I
Yeah.
have a couple tricks I can.
I think a
Hey,
few of
Liz.
us can be pretty intimidating if we want to.
Let me get trusty rusty.
I can grow big.
Maybe. I haven't done it multiple times myself, and I believe Calda is definitely better at this than I have. I've just seen my father sometimes have some business talks. Maybe we try to do it in a, proper way first before we, show our muscles.
Right. So the talkers, Calda and you, can maybe step forward, try to make your case. And if that doesn't work, the rest of us will back you up because we can be scary.
Well, have you ever been in such a situation, Calda?
No.
No, let's say it like a remotely similar situation. As similar as it can get.
To what? Being in this situation? Having to deal with crime lords in Shadycreek Run?
I meant more of a trying to get an unrealistic deal out of someone.
Yes, usually you have to offer something they want.
Or
Otherwise they're gonna fight for their life.
I'm not super
Especially-
smart, but you could try to ask for higher and then work them down to 40. So it makes it seem like he's getting a good deal.
Yeah, we could try and do that.
I like how
That's
we've
not a bad
been
idea.
playing for an hour and 50 minutes of the session has just been you guys standing outside the fucking warehouse, basically, just like analysis paralysis. Just
Okay,
go
so-
in the fucking
Every
warehouse.
session
Wait, that's how
Okay.
it works.
we do.
It
Okay,
is.
We
let's-
nearly died to a snail. We gotta be
mean-
careful.
we can make something up, right? We can say Trebane had an army. We want 60%. 40% is the last deal.
Quarterly, don't take anyone's word at face value. Everyone has an angle here, and it's
Then how can
always
we
sharp.
share?
I'm getting really twitchy, guys. I want to step in right now.
I mean,
I
we can also
recommended
just-
people that I trust, and you're talking about screwing people over instead of blending in and staying low. This is uncharted territory for me.
I start walking.
Well, then we'll figure it out
I mean,
together.
I can
guess.
again. I
'cause
can
he's
always
going.
use magic if we just.
I barter, I trade, I stay alert, and I listen to what's going on, and you're talking about a whole new thing.
Guys,
Come on.
Jakar's going inside.
I won't
Hey,
play to
hey.
their strengths tonight.
Sorry.
I think we'll be okay.
We can do this. Let's go.
All right, you all jog after Jakar, who is just about to push into the warehouse. You all enter, and the guards allow you to walk upstairs, presumably.
How many? How many
The
guards?
guards.
How many guards do we see?
You see 4. You see, and then there's a larger sort of bigger guy that was standing next to the fat noble Alan in the
Okay, so
office.
6
So
in total.
five total, and then 6 if you include the fat guy. But
General Nova. I feel like it right now. No.
yeah, you
I'm
gotta
about to
make sure you
strike
have
freedom.
initiation rules. You know, just it's like.
I just want to know. I just want to know. All right, let's step in.
Oh god. All right. You guys enter the office again. Alan, who right now is just finishing some things, writing some stuff down on a document. I'm sorry. Oh, the good old days. Like, you're just here to talk.
I got shot every time I tried that, okay? So let's be prepared.
Um, you kind of push inside, and he's like, without looking up from his papers, he's like, "So I imagine you all reached your decision rather quickly."
As quick as we could.
Right. So I have the contract here. If you all would like to sign, please.
I would like slowly push the contract away. You know, we've been thinking. We have a different offer to make. You have a lovely business that you're doing, right, Caldo? It's very impressive, isn't it? Caldo, are you dead?
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying for you to back me up. I said, like, they have a lovely business, right? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look around. Look at all of the things that they have on offer. It's pretty much the greatest store you could have in Shadycreek Run.
Indeed, it is. I mean, you know, I've seen quite some impressive things in my life, but you're holding yourself up pretty well. So we have an offer from ourselves. You know, we have this little letter from you from a good friend of ours. And who's the letter? Jakar? Can you put the letter on the table?
All right. I smack it down. Confidently, smiling.
Gotta. His face gets a little bit more serious as you put the contract down, and he kind of. You see him take some like these round glasses that don't sit on his face too well, puts them on, adjusts them, pulls the contract, and reads it. You see basically insert the fucking Ratatouille chef gif where the guy's like reading and his eyes get bigger and bigger. Before he stops and he puts the paper down, takes the glasses off, and he looks up to you all, says, "You need to get out of my office."
I believe that this is a quite generous offer, sir. And do not get us wrong. We really, really think you have a wonderful establishment and a wonderful business that you're doing. But there are some people that would like to help with it, to make it even better. But of course, they want something in return, right?
Your brains offer nothing. They're wanting to. The reason they're asking for such a large percentage is so they're making sure they keep us in check, while simultaneously rebuilding themselves from the ground up. They have nothing.
Well,
And they send you, these random outsiders, to do their bidding. Please.
Wild cards, you called us.
I mean, you have to wonder why they
No.
did, right?
You should not always judge a book by its cover, sir. We are not as weak as you might think. And we are not as stupid as we might look.
I mean, usually they do that. But trust me,
And
doesn't end well.
I would really, really, can't believe that I'm doing this, but I would really, really prefer if we could get out of this, with a good smile on our faces, and I would really suggest that you take the offer. And I gotta suggest.
Start casting a spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to read.
The guard is going to pull out his weapon, and the other guard behind you is going to pull out their weapon and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
But it's suggestion. I don't have to do anything. Like they wouldn't know.
It has components.
Has components, yeah.
It does?
Yes, it
Isn't
does.
it just me saying
Nope.
I suggest a course of activity
Nope.
and then
Look at I believe it's semantic and verbal, right?
it
So
says you
you
suggest
start-
a course of
What,
activity.
but no.
limited
Look
to
at the actual spell and look where it says components. What does it say?
verbal, but verbal is me saying the suggestion stuff.
Does it say? It says V. Let me look up suggestion because I've tried this exact same thing
verbal
before.
material. That's what it says. Verbal at material. It's not.
Okay, so that means so you're basically what that means is you're casting the spell. You're having to like say the magical words, like pulling from however you want to describe it, the weave, if you will, whatever it is in Exandria. You're saying the specific words in a specific tone to cast the spell, and you're also holding your arcane focus up, which is the Skyblonder staff. So your staff is glowing as you're saying this. Now, if he was the only one in the room, it would be different. But trust me, I had a necromancer wizard, and I tried this exact same shit in Matt's game, and he was like, "Yeah, you're fucking waving your staff around," and I was like, "Oh, you know what? That makes sense."
That would have been good to know before.
I will let you retract it since you've never used the spell before and never played.
I have, but I didn't have to.
Yeah.
It was like
Yep, that's what that means.
Person. Oh, okay. Because
if it was one and Quarterly would know this, if he was the only one in the room, he would see you casting a spell. But once the spell took effect, it's not anything he can do.
Okay, sorry.
But all the other guards see is you kind of saying these like magical words and raising your staff, and it starts glowing, and they're like, "Oh shit."
Okay. Sorry, I did not know that. I just thought, as it says verbal, I thought like I say suggest, and then it happens.
If it was just verbal, I might let you get away with it. But if it's verbal and material, you're holding your Skyblinder staff up to waving it, doing stuff. So.
Is that what material means? Because here it says a snake's tongue and either a bit of honeycomb or a drop of sweet oil.
Right, but you don't have that. So that's the whole point of having an arcane focus, is it replaces the material components, unless it is a component that says costs something or is consumed when cast.
That is cool. So I could technically, just to clear it up, in the future, if I go shopping, I could buy these materials and do it without my...
You
materials are
could, but you
weird.
would still need to like hold them. Like they would be expended. You still need. You can't just have them in your pocket. You
Think
would need to
about
hold
like
them.
how like you see witches cast spells in movies when they're like sprinkling dust and cutting off like a crow's foot and then it like bursts
Yes.
into flames and they like cast a spell. It's like
I
that
actually
kind of a
like
thing.
that. I
You-
actually
you can-
like that. It's cool.
You
It's
you
cool.
can get a component pouch, and that is all that stuff.
Yeah.
That is pretty
That's just
cool.
one item you can buy, and then you can flavor it that way.
No,
Arcane
then you
focus
sort of
or
just, like-
component pouch. They have the same purpose.
That's why
is to,
sorcerers are so good because they can do that quietly, right?
yes, if you were a sorcerer and you had subtle spell, you could just cast the spell just standing there, and nobody would know that you casted it.
Okay, that's how I
Which is
used
why
it
they're cool.
before with a sorcerer. That's yeah, but I like
Mhm.
warlock
Yeah.
is also pretty cool sometimes. Okay, sorry, I'll retract that then. But I would still say it. I would really suggest you to just sign it. It will be good for both sides.
Are you
we don't
trying to
want to get hurt.
persuade him or intimidate him?
I would say because I'm talking nicely at this point. It could be both because I basically said we both want to get out of this like with
Right.
smiles on our faces, So whatever, both is fine.
Okay, I would say roll a persuasion check with advantage because
Oh.
I wish I had known that.
the others are.
That's a 19. Oh, it's actually a dirty 20. Never mind, dirty 20.
30-20. Okay.
Yeah.
He looks at the contract. He looks at you. That you're just smiling to him, and then you see he looks past you to your group, specifically to Jakar and Aguilar. And you see the larger guard that's standing next to him seems to shift a little bit uncomfortably, almost like getting in a stance to engage if necessary. But he holds his hand up and just kind of like tells him that, lowers, makes him stand down. Kind of takes a very deep breath in, a little wheezy because of how large he is, and then exhales and he's like, I should have known that one of the tribes would try this sooner or later. It was only a matter of time, I suppose. I'll sign this contract. But I'm sure Lord Trebane knows that we won't be playing nice for long.
I'm literally thinking that's not my problem if it goes for
It's not. That's the good
It's
thing about
not.
this. It's
Mhm.
really not.
Now
And-
we're just with each other.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Suck on it.
Let's talk
Done
for
it.
the future, isn't it?
He takes the quill and with a steady hand, signs on the line. Just sighs again. Normally for this sort of thing I would have to consult with my business partners, but there's no point in lugging them here when you're just going to strong arm them too.
Oh, we would never. We are just
Just take this and go.
messengers.
Leave. And he hands you the signed contract back.
Is it actually his sign though?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what you could tell, he signed it with a steady hand. You
He just
don't.
wrote nah. LMAO.
He wrote "Go fuck yourself" and put a little like flip off like.
But in cursive.
I'll just do a little.
It says
curtsy.
Alan. It says Alan Almer in a cursive kind of signature.
I will tend it to Calder.
She tucks it into her glove.
Do a little bow, a little curtsy,
He as you go all turn and leave, he says, "Didn't know the tea cloaks did business like this. I'll keep it in mind for future endeavors."
ouch.
All right, and you all leave the
people of-
warehouse.
The people of Shadycreek Run are decent folk, but you cannot do better than a tea cloak. She walks.
I like
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking- He just said, I would roast you, but my mom told me not to burn trash, and you hair flipped and walked away. All right, you all leave the warehouse and the signed contract in hand. Gregory told you to meet him back at his little tiny shack. I imagine you're all heading there.
I'm sweating.
He's not gonna. I don't
Hey.
think Gregory will hurt us.
No, I'm sweating because the situation was like she was
Oh.
basically not breathing the whole time.
Oh.
That went well.
Yeah, that was actually expertly done.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just did what my dad does.
Oh, so your dad's also a businessman. Got it.
You could call him that.
All right. You guys make your way through Shadycreek Run. Lumen, are you doing anything out of the in particular, by the way? Knowing now that.
Yes. You will recast this guy's stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. You all head to the shack. The door is open. You just walk back into that small, cramped, tiny shack with no furniture. You just see Gregory. He has a chair. He actually has a chair now. He's just sitting in it.
Nice.
You see, kind of down at his side, kind of sitting on the floor, is a large sack. Looks almost like a large coin purse. As you all walk in, he's like, "Oh,
Get in.
did you did you finish it?"
Yes, we did. We got your letter. She kind of brandishes it in front of him.
He kind of like stands up excitedly and walks over, takes it from you, and starts looking it over. And then he kind of like smiles. He's like, "Oh, B-Days, this is great. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm sure Lord Trebayne will be more than pleased. Absolutely. Wonderful. All right." You see, he kind of tucks it away in this pouch again. And you see, it's like, as he opens the pouch and he's a little bit closer to you, there's like doesn't look like a normal pouch. Like inside, there is almost like this like dimensional kind of, like almost like a galaxy or something. Strange, like warp looking like magic. He puts the letter in and it just disappears. And he closes the pouch again. He walks over. He gets the large coin purse that he kind of hefts up in both hands, and he hands it to whoever is the closest and says, "Here is for a job well done for right now. 50 gold for each of you should be, if you spread it evenly. I don't know how your group works, but..."
I will look at Calda and I will give my gold to her and just say, I'm really sorry. I did not want to, drag your family into this, but I really need to get home. So maybe you can send them some money to buy some protection.
If I wanted to, this is not going to cover it. And she kind of politely pushes it back to her.
This is kind of all I got right now. So, okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, they're always welcome at my house. We have guards.
We'll see.
Also,
The die has been cast.
just want to point out, so you all can add 50 gold. But I also want to point out, Calda, I don't know if you saw my message, but we're level 4. I think you're the only one that was level 3 at a glance that I
Okay.
saw. So
I will fix that.
yeah, shouldn't be too much. I think you just get a couple more spells and stuff. But
And just to check, was that 50 gold total?
no, per
Oh,
person.
each. Okay.
Yeah. Which is pretty
Got it.
hefty for going to
Yeah,
talk
that's
to
what I was
somebody.
thinking.
Yep.
Also, DM, real quick. I think
Mhm.
I think I might ask this the last level up. When we gain new prepared spells, do you automatically prepare them, or is it until the next? Or do you have to wait until your long rest?
I'll say yeah. You can automatically prepare them. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Gregory kind of like waits as you're all like putting the gold away and kind of looking around. And he's like, "Right, okay. So you were all wanting to get on the road, I suppose. Where was it you were headed again?"
Druvenlode.
Druvenlode, right? Yeah, I have no clue where that is, but I'm sure the Lord does. Well, he kind of like stutters and like pauses for a second. You see his eyes kind of glaze over as he's almost like he sounds like he's like listening to something, but is like he's just like kind of like looking for a second, like just freezes up, and then all of a sudden his eyes kind of like spring back, and he kind of like jolts in place, and he's like, "Oh, all right, okay, got it. So what you're gonna do? There is a sort of auction. Well, not really auction, more like a place where they hold the auctions, being held by the Utalots, one of the tribes here. Not sure if you knew that. Last thing that Lord Trebayne wants you to do, go in, grab all the stuff, the magic items, things like that, and then get out of there. And then after that, he'll send you on your way.
Oh, it's
He kind of
great
just gives
that
like a
he
smile.
rogue. Oh, that's fantastic.
A heist.
A rogue would be very, very useful right now.
I'm kind of sneaky. Kind of.
Okay, good.
Aguilar noticeably stomps over to look and see what the deal is. Loudly.
Where are you heading to, Aguilar?
Oh, nothing. I was just trying to
Yeah, okay.
point out the fact that I am not sneaky.
Stealthy, yeah. I know it's a little bit more than what you did before, but it's just really the thing he needs to seal the deal. You know, you guys sort of negotiated on his half that he would get 40%, and in return, you know, in the future he'd give the Great Trader Union some magical items. Now he sort of needs to source the magical items. So yeah, such is the way of doing business. But this will be the last thing. He swears.
So
He
after that,
he doesn't swear. He gives his word. He's not desperate. It's just the way I worded it. I apologize.
so after that, he will.
We forgive you, Jared, for whatever your
get
name
us-
is.
Gregory.
Jeremy? No, Gregory.
Jeremy.
Oh, if Jeremy was here, we'd all need to run. CR30. What was your question, Cordelia? I'm sorry.
So after that, he will get us there.
Yeah, no, he has a way for you to travel, sort of cooked up. I don't know what it is. He's just telling me he has a way for you guys to sort of circumvent pretty much everything.
Ask? Can we ask what the way is? It kind of, I don't know, like, why is it such a secret?
Sure,
you
yeah. Give me 1 second. And he sees he kind of like goes limp. His eyes kind of glaze over.
Wait, someone grab the bag.
What
No,
bag?
don't do that.
His
Bag of
little
holding thing.
His
Don't
little
do that.
Just
Yeah,
put him in it.
No.
kind of perks up again. Oh, plane travel, whatever that is.
Oh,
What
so
trouble?
he will genuinely
Planer?
get us there almost
I said
immediately.
plane.
Yeah, I thought plane as
Pla-
well. That's what I was like, what?
Hey, he's got a. It's sort of going to be a little bit cramped, but he's got a little biplane around the back. That, you know.
He's a hot air balloon.
You know, I
No.
always wanted to
No, he
fly.
said planar travel.
Not plane, guys. Jesus,
Damn.
magical traveling. Oh my
So
God.
just a teleport. Cool.
Sounds like there's nothing quicker.
Cool. Okay.
Boy, what time is it now?
At this point, you guys, it didn't take much time. You guys came in the Shadycreek towards the beginning of the day. You kind of walked around a little bit for an hour or so. Negotiations didn't take long at all. So I'd say it's like 3 in the afternoon.
Do you think we should wait till later on in the day to try and pull this off? I mean,
Did you
probably
ever
not best to go in
do
broad
anything
daylight.
like that? Rune? You've ever done anything like that?
No. Like I said, I was an officer of the law, essentially. I have not performed a heist or stolen anything in my life.
What a fucking
So you
nerd.
You
Officer
stopped
of the
doing
law.
that, is what you're saying.
Leave her alone. She's a nerd, alright?
The only thing I steal is hearts. And he like
Oh.
looks
That is
proudly at his
100%
All right,
true.
Nicola.
We are.
He
What
could
about
talk
Lumen?
to
Let's go together.
We could try and see that friend I was talking about. He is, as I said before, a con man. He might be able to help.
So you want to tell someone that you don't trust that we are planning a heist?
When you put it like that, it sounds stupid, Carly. But I would phrase it more like we could inquire about getting help from an old acquaintance of mine on a job, and he doesn't need to know the details.
It sounds better. I mean, I don't think anyone here has ever done anything like that apart from Lumen.
Well, I
What?
have.
Performed heists?
I don't know, you seem like the type.
No, thank you. But no, I haven't.
No. Okay.
Have a
Well, then,
disguise
no.
kit we could maybe use. She like kind of looks through wigs and stuff.
If we wait until tomorrow, I could bring a couple tricks to help, but I have a couple things for today as well, just not as much.
I mean, I can also disguise self if you have a disguise kit, and Lumen can disguise self.
I can't.
I can make
can
something
be-
stealthier today.
I could be invisible for
Oh.
an hour.
Or that.
These are all good.
I have a fake mustache.
Can I cast invisibility on someone else, actually?
You can.
Oh, so I could
But it's-
disguise
Is
myself?
it an invocation that you have, or is it the actual spell?
Let me see.
I have the spell. I just got it when I leveled up.
It's
Yeah.
a spell.
The spell you can cast it on somebody else. If
What?
you're a warlock and you have the is there an invocation that lets you turn invisible? Or am I
Wait,
misremembering?
disguise self? Disguise self is only self. You can only do it yourself.
No,
Yeah,
I
disguise
could
self is
disguise
self. Invisibility, you can do it yourself or
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
And if you upcast it, which you guys don't have the opportunity to do yet, but if you upcast it, you can turn one additional person invisible.
Cool.
But
Yeah, I could make someone invisible and I could disguise self. So that would be
I
two
think
people.
those are both concentration. You'd probably only be
Yep.
able to do.
Disguise
other
self
ones
does
that-
not take.
Nice.
It's just shape changing. So it's
Hmm.
just, it holds for an hour, but it doesn't say concentration. Yep, no concentration. But
So-
I don't know. Maybe we ask your friend. Maybe he knows how to do that stuff. Calder?
Maybe we could. You just said it to general, like.
Oh. No. Your friend, maybe.
Yeah. His name is Marlin. Marlin Mott. Half elf. Black hair.
Okay.
you're gonna go look for Marlin then? For what purpose?
To help with the heist.
Okay. All right. Gregory kind of, as you guys go to leave, Gregory's like, good luck and on everything. Yeah, you can just meet me back here. I'll be here. Oh, wait, hold on, wait, don't leave yet. He kind of like reaches into his pouch again, carefully pulls out another plate. Here's more funnel cake. Well, you guys said you wanted more, right? So I got more.
Yeah, how'd you fit that in your pocket?
It's a big pouch, yeah. He kind of like opens the flap. It's not like a bag of holding, it is just like a satchel, like a pouch. Like opens the flap, and you just look inside, and it's just this like twisting, swirling, like shred like dimensional looking thing.
Yeah.
We'll take it, Gregory. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, also, sir, you can call me Jeremy if you want. I mean, it's all right. It's as long as
I'm sorry.
as long as I have people to.
You look,
No,
you
it's all
look
right.
familiar to somebody back from home.
As long as I have people to talk to, I really don't care. You can call me whatever. Kind of smiles.
I think Gregory is a wonderful name.
Thank you. All right, well, good luck. Stay safe. You guys leave, close the door behind you, and eventually takes you. Well, no, Calda, you would know where to find this individual. Usually, panhandling and stuff like that. You head over to Clover Plaza. And eventually, you reach kind of a busy intersection, and you hear a familiar voice saying, "Please, sir, I don't have much money. I'm a veteran of the war. It's been tough on all of us, I know, but please, just a little more money is all I need."
Calder
You,
puts a gold coin in his thing.
oh, thank you, Mitt. He kind of pauses, looks up. Calder, is that you?
Indeed it is, Merlin. Well met.
Oh, well met indeed. And you see he just takes off the raggedy clothes that he has, and he has like very fancy clothes underneath. The sign that he had in front of him that was like terribly scribbled, like war veteran, he just like folds it up and puts it away. And you see a couple people like grunt and like roll their eyes like around, and he just kind of gives like a chuckle and like a wave, like basically was acting like he was a disabled veteran or like to get money, but just stands up as fun seeing you, and he's like, right, well, I see you have
Still
yourself a
practicing
oh.
tricks.
Yeah, well, to gamble, you have to have some money to gamble. So you've got to start somewhere. I see you have yourself quite a band here.
Just a few companions for the road. You know how it is, Marlin.
I do know how it is. Well, a pleasure to meet all of you. I am Marlon Mott, entrepreneur, merchant, and well, we really don't like use the word con man around here, but opportunist.
You
is
have
the word I like.
confidence in bundles, I would say, Marlin.
Please step into my office. And he just walks down this dirty alleyway.
Okay.
He goes to like a cellar that's there, like a cellar door, opens it up like a single hatch, and you walk down into this like you're expecting a really gross basement, but you actually see like a well furnished kind of like decently furnished like room that kind of takes you off guard. But he walks over to a lavish looking chair, armchair, and sits down, crosses one leg over the other, and he's like, "So, to what do I owe the pleasure, Calder?"
Well, I found myself in Shadycreek Run, and I was feeling a little bit jostled around by the gangs. And I thought to myself, who amongst the people of Shadycreek Run does not enjoy being jostled around? Ah, of course, my old friend Marlon Maud. And here we are. Now,
No,
on
indeed.
matters of business, we might be looking for some information on a building, and you being the gentleman you are, I figured you might be able to help us out one way or another. And she is like, she has a gold coin in her fingers, and she's doing the thing where she flips it between each finger.
Depends on what building you're asking about. You know, the more difficult the information, the more it'll cost you.
And she like goes into a little about the place they've been tasked to enter, but she doesn't discuss why.
The Utalat, sort of where they keep their magical items and stuff. He's like,
So he probably knows, but she doesn't admit that they're going to do a heist.
"Oh, I can only imagine what you want with this information." "Very well.
You know as well as I do, it's best we don't discuss that.
I'll say, for what I can imagine you're going to do, 10 gold will be the price. Because what I'm about to tell you will make this a cakewalk."
We can pay it and then some if you get us out of there alive.
"Oh, you'll most likely be able to walk right out."
I'm listening.
"And I'm waiting." And he holds his hand out for gold. Yeah, it's weird. The rest of you see them going back and forth, and it's just like a battle. Like it is a very strange, like almost like language dance they're doing. Like they're just They're
She-
talking, but it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
She puts 10 silver into his hand and says, "And I'll give you 20 gold when we come back."
make a persuasion check.
Pretty good.
Damn.
Nat 20.
Oh, hell
Say-
yeah.
No!
For
fuck
28.
away. Oh my
badass.
god.
Well,
Damn.
the DC was 30, so no, I'm just joking. He's like,
Nice.
he smiles and he palms the silver, and you watch with like one swift movement, he just like, almost a magician, like the silver's gone out of his hand, and he just kind of like gestures. He's like, leans forward a little bit. He's like, "Well, you've made it quite interesting as always. I know you're good for it. Plus, I can tell these people you have with you. Quite a truth." Well, the Utalots, they...
Plus, it's holding a funnel cake.
Yeah, he's very kind of like, just looks a little bit confused at that. It's like, oh, you go to the same standard I do. Interesting. Anyway, the Utalots, they control, or control is a rough word to say, but they attempt to control access into Shadycreek Run. Anyone that's coming through what used to be the Quantum Breach needs to pay them a toll. Tax, if you will. They, ever since the Quantum Breach was completely sealed off, they've been trying to do the same thing with mountain passes and things of that nature. But they're spread thin. People finding alternate routes, slipping in this way and that. So they're sort of having to use their manpower, what's left of it, to sort of spread out and try and cover as much as the mountain as they can. I mean, if you're traveling the Shadycreek Run and you simply just walk off the mountain pass and slip into the city, you're not paying them their due. So they're trying to mitigate that as much as possible. That on top of the fact that they're still rebuilding from losing a great deal of their leadership a while ago. They have some holes. Some holes in their security.
Oh my god, I thought you said hose. I was like,
They have some hose. They have some boats and hose.
They're recruiting ladies of the night now.
Oh, who isn't nowadays? But no, this particular place, from what I understand, is they have one relatively capable individual that sort of stands watch. But they gotten a little too ambitious. You see, there's times of day where he's the only one guarding the place. They have a lot of confidence in him, and so far nothing's happened. But I mean, if the six of you were to jump this one person, I don't care how capable he is, it's probably not going to go too well for him.
You see,
You take him out any way you see fit, and as long as you're quick, you'll be able to walk out of there no problem.
But even if just one person is standing guard, isn't it easy for them to call backup if needed? Will it not
Well.
be heard if a fight breaks out there?
Well, as I said,
excellent questions, my companion.
they're sending people elsewhere. Any backup that they're going to call is going to be 10 minutes away, give or take.
Rune will kind of lean in, I guess, to Quarterly and will whisper. I mean, if we can take him out quickly and quietly, maybe one of us could disguise as him and stand in his place, so even if anyone happens to pass by, it'll look normal.
What kind of height are we talking on this fella?
Oh, he's
Big blue?
he's quite a big boy. He's a minotaur.
Oh,
Maybe we
Well,
can't disguise ourselves as him then.
yeah.
Maybe
Maybe if
not.
we someone gets on someone's shoulders, and they both pass this guy's out.
Or hold him up.
You can take the upper half, the lower half.
Not really.
Go
my
invisible
God.
and just hold
Oh
him
my
up.
god, I
Put
would like
sunglasses
to
on him.
disguise myself as the lower half
The
of a
lower half of the
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
He's just-
Like I said, he's capable, but not capable if all 6 of you jump him at once.
Got it.
How'd you come by this
And you said-
information, Marlon?
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Well,
Marley?
people are always trying to find ways to figure out how they can sleuth in, heists, things of that nature. I've had my eye on this place for a little bit, and other people
Okay,
have as
but
well.
if it's so easy, why has no one done it yet?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was easy, because not everyone knows what I know. See, me, myself, I don't have the funds to get a large crew, and a lot of other people, the crews around here that they can gather are those of the Grudge Gang. Most of the Grudge Gang right now is focusing on ferrying refugees from the Empire up to Uthadern and the Grey Wildlands, or barely keeping up with the influx of people in Shadycreek Run. You know how the backstabbing is here. Not many people have time to take the offensive at this point in time. But you do. Kind of smiles slyly.
That's true. Thank you kindly for your help. As
Mm.
always.
Thank you kindly for greasing my palms, and I'll expect them to be even more greased when you return. 20 gold. Don't forget.
Can I insight check? I feel like he's lying. I
Sure.
feel like there's something that's missing.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. That's the 13.
It's happening so fast, and like I said, it's just this dance of like banter back and forth between them. It reminds me similar, probably not anything that your father's done, but it's almost like there's a deal being negotiated here, and you don't know the exact relationship between the two of them. So like he seems very like sly and like he's obviously hiding things, but you're not sure if that's like because that's just his nature, similar to Calda, or if he actually is hiding something. But yeah, you're kind of unsure.
Yeah, I guess my father would have been more direct with the
Yeah,
business partner
yeah.
he has, not so sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, you've never seen your father talk like this at all.
Helda holds out
It's
her hand
impressive.
to shake his.
He will shake yours in kind. Do come
What
back
do
in
we
one
think?
piece.
Companions? No objections this time? But she kind of stares daggers at Gordon.
Let's
No.
get on with it.
Sounds-
Get out of this place.
Just one question, if I may.
Yes.
I'm gonna go towards Calden and I'm gonna whisper in her ear. Can you ask him what would be the best time to go?
She
Secrets.
asks what time of day would be best for this.
You know you can just speak directly to me, right? Let's try this again. And he walks up to you, Cordelia, and he takes your hand and kind of like, it's not like, he's kind of just takes your hand and like waits expectantly. Just,
um. Okay. What?
Sometimes starts fucking coughing on him, like, throws
No,
up on him.
it just sounded like this because it was right next to my mouth. Sir, what time of day would be the best time to attack? She would say this in like the most noble way possible.
I would say around 7 o'clock is, I believe, when they have their sort of dealings where they need more manpower further elsewhere than there. So
In the
And
AM or in the PM?
yeah,
and how long do they normally? How long does this last? I feel like that's an
it
important
varies
question.
from time to time, but I would say you'd probably have about 15 minutes total.
Boy, all right.
Is he
More than
still
enough.
holding my hand?
No, he kind of like let's go.
We thank thee. And she's doing a little curtsy. I just
He does a very like dignified bow, and he's like, "Of course, Look forward to your success and benefiting from it.
As you shall.
All right.
I also curtsy.
He
Nice.
gives like a smile and like does a dignified bow to you as well, Jakar. But you all leave this weird kind of cellar that's been yassified, and
Yes.
we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break there before we dive into
I
the
will
Oh
little.
my
say,
god,
as
I have
we're
to
walking
pee so
out,
bad. Yeah.
as we're walking out, Rune just folds her arms and lets out a big old huff. I hate how everyone just talks around what they mean here. Why can't anyone just be direct? This is stressful.
Welcome to Shadycreek Run, Rin.
I hate it here. I want to leave.
You seem
All
nice,
right.
right?
Place is not bad.
I like how everyone smiles.
I'll be right.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
Play the Team
Be
Fortress 2
in
spy
character.
music.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys approach the sort of Utalot, not estate, but this fenced in, I guess estate would be the word for it. It's not super large, but it's got several buildings on it. You see one large main building that looks a lot nicer than a lot of the other buildings and shacks and ramshackle things that you've seen in Shady Creek. It is a fenced-in area. At the moment, you don't see any guards on the outside or anything like that as you approach around 7 o'clock. You guys would have had plenty of time to do anything that you wanted to do, spells you wanted to prepare. So
Yeah, can I just quickly ask the group that in that time, are we thinking we're going to fight this guard or sneak in and take the things we need?
I think he said there's just one, and if we trust his words, then we fight him.
Okay.
I think. I don't. I don't know.
I guess.
stray
my
cat,
God.
stray
Alright.
cat runs by.
Alright. Sorry, it just slipped out.
I
loud.
thought it was
It's
Jakar
so
for a
loud.
I can't help it. Sorry, guys.
second.
It's her
You
curse.
just got that. You just got
coming
that
out.
cat in you.
I'm
Cat.
changing with each
She got that.
day. You know,
She got that tiger in her.
got that tiger.
She got that cat in her.
Where, kitten?
So
No,
yeah.
not the Discord kittens. No, no.
So what are we doing? Is everyone for sneaky or is everyone for? I feel like we're not very sneaky.
I think we're gonna have to take this. Or I think we're gonna have to kill this man, and then we'll figure out the second part.
Good idea.
Question: we had a long rest, right?
No,
Ah, okay.
not from earlier days events to now. But
But we didn't use anything, right?
yeah, I don't think you guys used anything.
Okay, just making sure.
As far as I know.
Um,
Um,
we took a short rest though. We can take a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Weird.
will regain a spell slot.
Because I think I still have all my stuff spent during that snail fight.
But isn't
The
this guy
snail
something for
fight?
an
You mean the
hour?
rhyme worm?
Oh yeah, the worm fight.
Oh,
Sorry.
you guys have taken
yeah.
like 3 short rests or long rests since
Yeah.
then. Yeah, it's been this is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
completely that was like 2
Yeah,
days
it's
ago
been
the
a
game.
while.
No, we haven't slept for days.
This is the second time that a barbarian in a campaign I've been in was about to go into an encounter handicapped because they didn't take a long rest. The other time was when
Fucking need it.
He was raging through the night.
he was just angry. Angry. Jesus.
I don't want to sleep. I hate it.
You rolled a nat 1 on your long rest, and you have nightmares all night, and use up all your rage.
Exactly. I used up all my rage on hating
Rage.
myself.
Jesus.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Attack!
I think 7 o'clock. I know exactly where we're going.
Should one of us or a couple of us try to sneak up, get the drop on him, or what are we doing?
I mean, I can go invisible and I can fly above him.
Yeah, we could just all get into like a position and then.
Yeah,
Bonk.
I'd probably be better off from a like vantage point as well.
Somebody has a horn, right?
Huh?
That only us can hear.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I do have my horn.
That could be the
But
sound.
only
when we
one person
strike.
can be able to hear it at once, so it's not
Oh.
great.
Is it? Oh.
But perhaps that one person could be in charge of the second group and they could be in
Or
charge of the first.
or maybe we could all get in our position. I could maybe try and start us off with like an arrow or something. Are we killing this guy? That's wait. We
Yes.
should probably. Oh, okay. So I could start us off with an arrow,
Maybe.
and then that's the signal.
And then we have 10 minutes to do what we came to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a watch.
The question is, how close can we get to him that you have a good shot range? I could
what-
fly above him and go invisible, but I would still need to stay quite far away from him because he could hear my
I'd
moves.
say as long as I'm within 150 feet or so of him, I'll be fine.
Yeah, is there a map?
There is, but you guys haven't gotten inside yet. So
Oh, there's a
Okay.
map for
We could-
inside. Is he
Oh, we
inside
just
or is
have-
he outside?
Is in
you
the
don't
warehouse.
you
I'd
don't
imagine.
you don't see it's not a warehouse. It's a building.
Or-
It is a manor, like a house.
Oh.
But yeah, you
Storage
haven't gotten into
room
the state yet.
thing.
You're just standing on the outside
Okay.
of the like gated in portion.
Oh,
Is
so
this
he's
guy
not at the
outside?
gate. Okay. I thought he was standing like in
You-
front of the door.
One of you can make a perception check if you want. You don't see.
I mean, no, would probably be a good time to fly above
Sure.
to check.
I'll take a look. I roll
Can
a
anyone-
15 to see what I see outside.
Yeah, if you want to. Well, going off of if you want to make a perception check too, Lumen. But going off of what you see, Aguilar, you kind of peer through the
Six.
fence, look around. You don't see anything. You don't see or hear anybody. Imagine this guy probably. Marlin did specifically say that he was inside. So, but what did you roll, Lumen?
6.
6. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing as Aguilar. You don't really see any guards. You're
Nice house.
more so, yeah. It is a very nice house. You're also kind of nervous about the people on the street behind you. A little concerned with that, but
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Okay. Is there anyone around us? On the street?
there's people passing, coming and going.
The gate, does it look like it opens easy or is there like a chain?
No, it just seems to be like a gated, like a metal gate, with a lock, not like a physical lock, but like like a little like square thing on gates where they connect. You imagine it's most likely locked.
Okay. So we have to find a way to open it first.
What if we have one group act as a distraction and the other can go in?
I feel like
That way, if we have
everywhere-
any trouble, the second group could stall for time.
Sure, I could probably get this gate open. Like, Agler starts rummaging through like a backpack full of just like tons of tools and shit.
Okay, well,
Okay,
that
we
part
want-
is sorted.
I
in
personally
mind-
say we just all go in.
Keep in mind, you guys only have 10 minutes from 7. At this point, it's like 7:02.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I will get invisible and I will fly in.
But before you do that, I will cast Bless and give it to you and Aglar
music.
and Rune.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
So you can add a d4 to your attack rolls or saving throws in the next minute.
Nice.
I'm gonna prepare
I'm
this shit.
in. I want to look if there's a button or anything.
I'll try and get this gate open.
Okay.
While she does that.
What are you using to get the gate open, by the way?
I have pretty much any tool that exists in this world, so whatever like
Thieves tools? You have proficiency in
yeah, I
thieves
do have
tools?
thieves tools. Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll a thieves tool check if you would. I'm also going to post in general the battle map here real quick as Cordelia is flying in invisible.
I think that's gonna be an 8, unfortunately.
Okay. You're trying to fiddle with the lock on the gate, and unfortunately, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like you're having much luck as of right now. This is taking the
Yeah.
amount of time that Quarterly is currently in there. Quarterly, you fly over the gate, invisible. God bless. You see a building to your right here. The main building is this giant kind of block in front of you, if you couldn't tell. And then you kind of see over here, there's also like smaller buildings. But
And he said there's no one else in the whole mansion, right? The guy that we talked to.
he said there's no other people protecting it. You're not.
Okay. Is there windows on the right side of the building?
There would be, yes.
Okay, I want to look through the windows.
Okay.
From as
Just
far
go ahead
as-
and roll stealth check for me. Straight stealth check.
Okay. Oh my god. That's a 11.
11. Okay.
Oh,
You peer inside. This looks to be a stable of sorts, almost, or somewhere where they would keep like barn
Horses.
animals and stuff like that. You see a couple like small animals like goats and stuff like that in there, but nothing crazy.
Is there somewhere outside next to the gate? Is there somewhere like a button or a lever or anything that would open the gate?
Make an investigation check.
Hang on, let me roll better. That's a 22.
22. You do not see anything of that nature.
Okay.
It's not a very large gate. You guys could climb over it if you wanted, but people are going to see you do that. Climb in, like people on the street.
Okay. Can I? I have an idea. Can I grab one of the goats and fly around outside with the goat to distract from them climbing over the gate because the people see a flying goat?
I would say that would. There's just it's on a main roadway, so you distract some people, but like there's 5. There's a giant fucking knoll guy, a dude in like metal armor. Like it would be. I won't even let you roll because it would be an impossible check. Like even if they just glanced
Okay.
over and saw, because they're gonna kind of be looking in the same like. It's not.
Just don't drop it.
We're on a timetable.
I know what
I think if we can't pick this, we're going over through it.
Yeah. A couple more minutes pass. So at this point, 4 minutes have passed of your like.
I'm gonna open the door
So
to
you
the
lost
inside. Or try. I'm gonna see if the door's open to the inside.
Lumen's
No,
climbing this gate.
Okay, fair enough. As you start to climb it, people do give you weird looks on the street, but they kind of briskly walk past as they see you breaking into an utalot.
Can I
So-
use I'm gonna use, as I see him start to climb, I'm gonna use fog cloud just to like make this area obscured. We
Okay.
can all climb it.
All right. So you all
Make
kind
it
of get.
easy.
It is an easy enough climb, no check required, as you kind of all just jump over the gate, jump over the wall. Corley, you open the door. It is open, and you see inside a large interior. You see tables, and at the far back there is a stage that looks to be almost like an auction thing or something like that. You're not entirely too sure, but for the moment, you right now towards the back, you see a individual, large minotaur, sitting on the stage, just kind of like flipping through some stuff, kind of sitting in a chair with a table next to him. And on the other side of him, he has a little like what looks to be a wild boar that is just like sleeping. As you just brazenly open the door, you're invisible, but as you brazenly open the door, he looks up and he sees the fog cloud as everybody is
Oh, I'm sorry.
kind of climbing over, and he immediately stands up from his chair and starts to come down. He kind of snaps his fingers. The boar wakes up suddenly, and
I'm so sorry. I wanted to do it quietly. I didn't expect him to
Starts
hear.
to-
I think we just gotta kind of go.
Yeah.
I'm going in while he's walking towards. I'm going like to the side. I'm gonna try to like press myself against the wall. So maybe he walks past me and I'm at least behind him.
Kalna looks to her companions, is like, no time, plan B, and pulls out her rapier.
Go.
Okay. Calda, he rolled a pretty decent perception check. He does kind of see the footprints or like hears something off to the side, and he looks over in your direction. As you say that, you all say, "Let's go," and you start to, I imagine, enter the building quickly through the fog cloud. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Sweet.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
Yippee!
That's
Yippee!
nine.
It's my time to shine. Oh. Oh my god! What are we rolling?
Yeah.
eyeballs out the way.
woo. Yeah, get
We're
them all out
all-
now.
Why are we all like in the same? fucking-
Did we all roll bad? Oh no.
We're all
Yeah.
like right around each
Dude, we're
other.
just like a uniform, just like marching in all at the same time. Oh shit.
Only one I don't have initiative for is Jakar.
Yep, I'm just. What about that?
Oh no.
Alda says she.
Hey.
I guess they pushed through
18.
the fog,
That's about right.
and she just says surrender or die.
Jesus, Jakar.
Nice.
Let's see.
Close the door behind you.
Yeah, close.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Skip. All right. Starting, Jakar, you actually go first.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Get in there.
I wanna get in there. Jakar is going to rage first,
Okay.
and he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Nice.
What is the boar?
It's just looks like a wild boar, but it has like a collar around it, and it seems like it's responding to the guy's commands. You see this big minotaur. This one right here is just like a large minotaur that's in like plate armor, and he has this sort of he seems like at the moment there's like a little bit of lightning that is kind of sparking. He has a long sword in one hand.
I think as he sees that happening, he just looks towards like the wild boar first because his feral instincts kick in. It's like, sorry, and goes after that instead.
The boar, okay.
Yeah. Gotta recklessly attack.
Go for it.
Let's see. Get razzle dazzle out. Oop. Yeah, that's a bad fucking time. I only rolled a
13.
13.
13 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice.
Make sure you include your rage damage.
That's wait, that's why is it? But oh yeah, because it's okay. And 2, 4. Plus
Nice
4.
music.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's 12. 12 plus
12.
the bludgeoning damage.
As you just take the what are you using? What weapon are you using?
The hammer.
Oh, the hammer. Yeah, not using fucking the elven weapon that was given to you by Rune's
Oh
family.
wait, I forgot I have the elven weapon. It's been a while. Okay.
So you're using that instead,
I'll
I
take Aaron's
imagine?
sword.
Okay, so you just watch as Jakar just yells, runs in, and immediately just cuts this boar in half. You just kill it immediately.
Nice.
Ooh.
It was just a boar. It was just a boar. It was just a boar.
I'm sorry. My feral instincts kick in. That's the tastiest.
Pork chop, bro.
You killed
Yep.
Pork Chop. You hear him
I
yell.
was right.
Name. Oh my god.
Come on,
Uh,
big guy. Let me see what you got.
Is that your
Oh,
turn?
God. Don't say that.
Yep.
Okay. Then bring us down to
that
the
10
boar.
crap.
The boar's fucking dead. It's gonna bring us down to this guy.
Prizes.
This dude is gonna go 5, 10, or he'll go like right here, and he is
Yep.
gonna angle this. I see.
Ugh.
I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna regret
Yeah,
this.
he's gonna get the three of you. You watch as he just kind of says, "You killed Porkchop!" And you watch as he, with his free hand, because he's holding a longsword in one hand, his eyes kind of spark, and there's like a lightning that forms, and he like slams his free hand into the longsword, coats it in lightning, grabs the longsword with both hands, and slams it down in a line. And you watch as this just streak of lightning shoots out from him. I need Lumen, Jakar, and Caldo to make me a dex saving throw, please.
Wow.
We did a roll.
10.
An
wait,
attack
wait.
roll.
Did it roll for me?
No
No, it
reaction.
didn't.
This was a deck save?
Dex save, yep.
Oh, natural 20 for a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it not rolling for me?
I
have
do
a
not see your
negative
rolls. Yeah, you might not be. You have danger sense, so you have advantage on this since it is a dex save.
Okay. Give me a second. It's just not rolling properly. It's making me customize every single time instead of actually rolling it.
Okay.
So I'll just roll it in Albert Rodeo instead.
Okay.
Give me a second. Come on, Albert Rodeo. Okay. Nope. It doesn't even give me the dice there. There's a dice bot here, right?
I don't think there is, no. Just do it in Discord with a Vry.
Yeah. Okay. And then advantage. 17.
Okay, so Lumen and Jakar save. Calda, you fail. You guys take. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. You guys take 31. Calda, you take 31 points of lightning damage.
What?
Down.
Jakar and Lumen, you take would be half of that, so it would be 15. So Jakar and Lumen, you take 15 points of lightning damage. Caldo, you take 31.
I'm down.
As you just see this burst of lightning go, Lumen, Jakar, you barely manage to like jump out of the way. It kind of catches you partially in the shoulder. Lumen, you see it coming. You see some spell. Manage to just briskly jump. Caldo, you were just taken off guard by how quickly it goes, and it hits you full force. And you just kind of slam up against the back wall, and you guys watch as Caldo just falls down. That is his turn. That brings us to Rune.
But you're a halfling, right? So you can get back up, or no?
No.
No. I'm like actually not.
Half orcs can do that. That's relentless endurance. She's not a halfling. She's a Kender, different race.
Oh, because I drew you with the. with
Yep,
you.
yeah.
So, is the door open or closed? I should ask that real quick.
The door behind you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open.
Okay. So I'm gonna use. It would take an action to close it, right?
No, just a free object interaction.
Oh yeah. Fuck it. Close door. First off.
Okay.
But seeing Calda fall, she's like, well, looks like we're not holding back here, so we.
You also, I forgot to mention, you also see as the furniture that was around Calda starts to ignite a little bit.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go do my bonus action for Giant Smite. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get Beeg, or
Okay.
sorry, what did I call it? Deadly Shape.
Deadly.
So I'm gonna 5, 10,
Oh,
15, 20, grab Calda, drag her away from the burning things.
Okay. So that'd be double movement to drag with her.
Yeah.
So that'd be, you'd be able to get her
Can
like
I-
right there.
Yeah, can I drop her in the space kind of behind that wall there?
Here?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
possible.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna step there. And then I'm going to. Sorry, my sheet decided it wanted
It does.
to.
It takes an action to pick somebody up though. So that was your
That's
action
fine.
to do that.
Because I have action surge. So, anyways, I'm gonna
Mhm.
shoot him. So that'll be. 25 to hit.
That hits. Roll your
Okay.
damage.
And I'm putting the fire rune on this one. So he's probably gonna succeed this, but it doesn't hurt to try. Strength save.
Okay.
Sorry.
Strength save for him. Let's see here. Let me see. That is a 14.
Barely succeeds, yeah. But that's fine. He takes 20 damage total.
Okay. He's going to use your reaction to lightning backlash.
Oh.
You take, how much do you do? Is it 20?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's going to take, you watch as he gets hit by the attack, and then suddenly his longsword ignites lightning, and he just shoots it back at you. You take 10 lightning damage.
Ow.
So he took 20, he took 20 damage total, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Let me see. Bonus action, charge. Yeah. That's my turn.
All right, Quarterly, you are up.
Shit. Lumen, you probably got Calda, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because otherwise I would have tried to help her up.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay. I'm gonna get over there. Here, I think this is as far. But was it this or was it? I guess this is it. Go over there, and I'm gonna. Oh my god. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on him.
Okay.
That's 3 times hit dice. Like, do I need to roll 3?
You have to roll 3 different attacks. Yep.
Okay. First one is a 25.
That hits.
Second one is a 17.
That misses.
What? Okay.
Bless his concentration, right? So that would be down. It was called
Yeah,
down.
that would be down. Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
the first one is the only one that hits.
Okay. Roll
And
your
that
damage.
is 11 damage.
11 fire damage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's starting to look pretty hurt.
Oh. Okay. That's all I can do. Actually, I'm gonna hex him on my next attack, I guess.
Alrighty.
I will wait. So I'm not gonna
Well,
hex him.
you can't. Hex is also a leveled spell, right?
Yeah.
Can't
right,
can't
right.
cast 2 level spells in turn. So you the Scorching Ray. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to Lumen.
Cool. Lumen will just 5 feet. Will reach down and second level Cure Wounds. Alda.
All right.
Nice.
So that is. You heal 11 points.
Nice.
Ready.
That's action, and then he will. That was 5 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20. This is a wall here. Like, did I break line of sight? This is a wall?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah,
a little
he'll crouch.
antechamber, and then it goes in further in.
Excellent. He'll crouch in that corner.
Okay. Aglar, you're up.
All right. Aguilar will kind of full armored up, tap his chest as the kind of electrical ray comes around him again, and then I will move up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I am going to strike him with my
The
thunder
tanks are going in.
gauntlets.
Go for it.
Yeah.
It's all we need.
Oops, wrong one. Sorry. I have the damage first. It's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
So for 4 thunder damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, but so he is at disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone other than me until the start of his my next turn.
Nice.
Alrighty, nice. Calda, it is your turn. You are prone. You've moved a little bit away. You briefly lost consciousness. You got fucking smacked in the chest by that. And you look over, as you can see where you were is starting to ignite with a little bit of fire. You see Rune super large in front of you, seemingly having to drag you there. And you hear a fight going on, but you're prone. What are you doing?
As an action, I stand up.
It's not an action. It's just half your movement.
Okay, and half my movement, I stand up, and then I use my bonus action to taunt the Minotaur. It's a wisdom
Okay.
saving throw.
All right. He is going to get a little whizzy save.
Is that all you
Uh,
got, big guy?
That is an 18 wisdom check.
No.
Saves.
Bastard.
And
You
then
still have your
as
action.
Yep. For my action, I'm gonna cast blindness, deafness.
Okay, what kind of check is that?
It is a Constitution saving throw, but I'm gonna use her ability to make it a
Charisma?
charisma save. Yeah.
Alrighty. Ah, that's a natural 18.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's
Right.
rolling well. No, he's not.
He's
He's rolling
not.
not
He's
charisma.
good.
That was just straight, rolled straight roll. Anything else you doing?
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, so he has to roll again.
Just boom, 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 boom.
That is another natural 18.
What
I
the
am
fuck?
sorry.
Guy.
Holy shit.
This bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Kill this
D&D
man.
Beyond. This is the same app I rolled like 5 natural 20s on, so I don't.
Get off it. Move.
It's D&D Beyond, right? It's the quickest way.
I
Nah.
Go somewhere else.
Stay on it.
I've seen his
No.
real dice. I'm afraid of that too. That's not.
Anything else, Calden?
I want to be crit
No.
20 times in a row.
Who are you giving advantage to from Silvery Barbs?
I wasn't. I wanted him to roll again.
Right, but you give when the part of Silvery Barbs is you can give advantage to somebody else, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I can. I guess I will give Jakara the advantage.
All right, Jakar, you have advantage. That ends your turn. Speaking of Jakar, brings it up to you.
Hey, buddy. I'm going to attack you. Let me just. Come on, Aaron Sword. Okay, that's 24.
Mm-hmm.
Takes. Damn. Okay, wait. I forgot. I also add my my zealous barbarian.
Oh, your
bonus
Divine
damage
Fury.
onto this.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add now another d6. So 14 plus 4, 18 plus 2. That's 20.
How do you want to
20
do this?
Mhm.
Nice.
Nice.
Hell fucking yeah. I think with this empowered kind of like, you know, from Calda, I see that like the blade starts like blowing up. It's like shiny. See like there's like a brief glimpse of like the blades kind of like flicker going into like an exposed kind of portion of like the plating, and I think like seeing that advantage pulls it through the kind of like supple flesh and just kind of like digs in, feels the bone, and then like keeps going and going deeper, just staring at him deeply, never looking away.
Yeah, he just kind of like you just like dig into him and he kind of just like just can't fight it. Tries to like rip it out, but he can't, and just drops his lone sword and goes limp. And the last thing he says before he falls is "Poor chop." As he falls down,
Oh, no.
No. That's
Hey,
and
you're gonna be
dies next to the
together.
thing. We're out of initiative order. There is a fire that is starting to start at the where he first put
So
the
put it out.
lightning bolt.
I mean, the fire is not our
Don't-
problem.
Can I stomp on it?
Do
Yeah.
not.
No,
We
no,
just
no,
get
don't,
our
don't.
shit.
Yeah, we take the
You
stuff.
guys
and
Just
we
burn
leave.
this place to
We only have 10 minutes. Let's roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all
And
right. So you're just
Also, we're
leaving
not
the
leaving
fire.
clues, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
How big
You
of
said
a
we had
fire
10
is it?
minutes.
Is it like
It's starting to get pretty decently big in the corner.
I don't want us to
See,
get
maybe we
stuck
should.
in
Okay,
fire.
Brandon.
yeah.
Would you consider this a source of mundane or magical light?
Yes.
Okay. Lumen will stand. What's the best place to do this? Because this will help us. He'll stand to catch it. Right there. Perfect. He'll stand right there, and he will invoke night. So use channel divinity. Any source of mundane or magical light within 50 or 30 feet just extinguished.
Okay. So you guys
So
watch
it's all light as well. He'll just darken this place.
Lumen just like takes like a moment, pulls out whatever focus he has, and sudden like just like focuses, and there's just like this weird like greenish, like dark billowing shadow that all like builds up, and all of a sudden it just goes, just extends like extremely quickly, and the fire is immediately extinguished, and all the light around the area that you said it's 30 feet around you?
30 feet, yep.
Okay. Is just completely extinguished. So this whole, basically this whole front area and like parts of basically the tables around you, like where the combat took place, is just pitch black. Or not pitch black, but significantly darker.
Cool.
But you guys imagine, so it took you like 3-4 minutes ish to get in and like finish the fight. So you have like 6 minutes left.
We're going.
Okay, where are you going?
I don't know,
We should
but if
spread
anyone
out.
needs, if anybody needs something high reached, Rune can get it like this. For
Aguilar, you can
minute.
sense magical presences, right?
Aguilar? Oh,
He's
maybe
dead.
his mic is dead again.
Aguilar's dead on the ground, just bleeding out. That was okay.
Sorry,
I think
my fiance walked in, was leaving, and wanted to say goodbye. What did I miss? Like the last 10 seconds?
you have a means of detecting magical sources.
Yes,
correct?
I do.
Then we should split. I can cast detect magic. We can find as much
Yeah.
as we can. Maybe 2 groups.
Deal.
Okay.
Each take a side of the matter. Okay.
I guess
Alright.
I go
Lumen
to the
will
left.
will head
I'm
right.
I'm already on the left, so I'm going
Okay.
left.
I'll go.
And he'll cast detect magic.
Okay. You guys kind of are searching around. At a glance, very quickly, you realize there's nothing on this floor that's going to be of use to you with your detect magics and stuff like that. You do see in the back here, there behind the stage, there is a bit of a staircase that does lead down into like a basement area.
We're moving, I
Down we
guess.
go. We
Yep.
have no time. We need to
Down
hurry.
we go.
All right. You all head into the basement area.
Be more minotaurs.
Can I also say, as we're moving about, can I spot any alternate like exits or anything while we're like moving this way?
I mean, there's the windows, but as beyond that, it doesn't seem like there's much besides the way you came in.
Okay.
But you all arrive at the bottom here, and you just see like once again like a strange, like it almost looks like a meeting place or a place where like business would be conducted. There's this large table here where people are sitting, and then like a little like table, like it's like a game table of sorts. Down here, you do see a couple workers. They don't seem to be guards. They seem to be workers. And as they see your group kind of come in, it looked like at first they were like looking up, like wondering what was going on upstairs. But as they see you all kind of run downstairs, they all just like immediately like put their hands up and seem very nervous.
There's a fire. You probably want to get out.
Roll a deception check for me.
17.
17. The workers kind of like their eyes go wide, and the fear of like something happening like that, like being trapped in here with a fire, overcomes whatever the fuck is going on. They all quickly like run up the stairs, just kind of like nodding to you. They all run past you upstairs.
Maybe we should have locked them in a room instead of letting them run and just look for help. But
Oh well.
Well, they're
Not
gonna
gonna
notice there's no
remember.
fire.
Let us just move quickly.
Right.
About 8 minutes have passed at this point. You guys have probably 2 minutes until
Jesus.
something.
okay, going left.
Detect magic, just sprinting.
You are looking around in the immediate vicinity. You don't see any sort of magic sources or anything like that, which leads you to believe that it's probably locked up somewhere, because you would know the source of the, like, you would know how detect magic works, where it's blocked by things of that nature. Go ahead and roll me. 2 people can roll me an investigation check, one from each team, or if one person
Yeah,
wants to roll
I'll
with
do it
advantage.
for our team.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I'm
Aguilar will roll
proficient
for
in it,
one.
But I'm not very intelligent. But I am proficient in it.
Okay. So do you want to roll for the
Um,
other one?
I'm scared. Is it okay if I roll?
Go for it.
Okay.
Can I request that I get the DM dice for my next roll? But
That's 16.
mine was an 11.
11. Okay. With an 11, you don't find much. You don't find what you're looking for, but you do deduce that this side of the room, the right side of the room, is not where it's going to be. You have your kind of magical looking around.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anything of importance over here. With a 16, you immediately think back to your estate. You're like, where would rich people keep the important things? Um, you run, you kind of do like a quick lap, like running, like Jakar's running this way, everyone's running whatever which way, and you kind of come to this back room here. You see in the corner there is actually this wouldn't be the back room. This would be there's like an iron door encased on this like stone encased room. Just ignore what's this map is like a just kind of like placeholder. Like not everything is one for one in here, but you do see this like kind of heavy iron door that stands out differently from everything else, and it is just a very like sturdy stone encased room right here. You imagine there's something important inside.
Yeah, I would just yell, over here, over here!
Okay, so you all follow Quarterly's voice.
Yep.
Imagine at this point in time, the guard change, or if any backup is being called, and may be arriving very very soon. But you all come to this kind of large iron door that is just in front of you. What are you doing?
Jakar, you and I want to try and shove it down.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can I
gonna-
can I look at the door and see if it's got like
Oh yeah.
any kind of like weakness to it that I might be able to like? Can I take like a hinge off with like my tools or anything like that to
Roll
make their?
another investigation check.
Maybe we should see if there's any traps first.
Gee,
like
Yeah,
last time.
yeah.
Crud. No, I see nothing. Go ahead, guys.
Okay.
Okay,
You don't see hold on. You don't see any like traps or anything. There doesn't seem to be any weakness. It's just a thick iron door. However, you do deduce that there may be something magical about it. It's probably magically reinforced.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Well, giants might. I'm not. Super
Okay, so
strong.
Jakar and Rune, you guys are gonna try and knock the door down, like literally force the door down.
There you go.
I guess.
So,
Oh, yeah.
are you both rolling, or are you rolling
What's
somebody
I
rolling
could-
with advantage?
I
You wanna
mean,
give
I
me-
get if I do giant smite, I do get advantage. But I'm not super strong, so maybe we should do individual.
Yeah, we could do individual, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Jakar, keep in mind you do get advantage on strength checks if you rage. So I don't know if you wanted to
So we
expend
just
another
know.
rage. If you wanted, you both could roll separately and give yourselves advantage with your features. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that.
Gotcha. You know what? I'm going to save my rage.
Okay. So
Okay.
Jakar, go ahead and do a straight roll, and then Rune, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have the giant smite. I'm not super strong, but it's.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
There we go.
hold on. I want to roll
20.
just to see what I get.
Okay.
Jakar just walks through it.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay, so Rune, you're like you hunker down. You're using like this like bestial nature that you have, but you're more of a much more dexterous. Even in this bestial form, you're just more inclined to like jump around, dodge things, and things like that. Fucking gift got me. God damn it. And you're like trying to press against it. You just kind of like let out like an exhale of like just like frustration. You guys watch as Jakar just stands there for a moment, takes a step back, and then just like you watch his muscles bulge, and he presses against the door. You watch the stone floor, like a small crater forms with how hard he is pressing himself from the floor into like the door. Like he's just like using his muscle, like the muscles of his like legs to push off of the floor and using his upper body strength. And you watch the door, like it's sturdy, but it just begins to like kind of come out of place. And then he just suddenly forces it all the way down as it just like with a very, very loud, like, boom, like it sounds like the fucking metal clanging meme sound, like the like just fucking really
fight.
loud iron door sound just echoes throughout. Dust just kicks up from the floor as this large just slab of metal slams down. And inside, you see chests. You see all manner of what you imagine would be where they would keep their magical items.
Oh boy. Can I quickly check, make sure none of this is trapped?
Go ahead and roll an
don't-
investigation check, please.
Boy, I wish D&D Beyond would stop reloading. That'd be cool, I think. Investigation. I'm not great, but I'll try. 19.
19. You don't
Nice.
sense any traps. You imagine the previous, like, the guards combined with, like, the very magically reinforced door is all they had at the moment. This is just, like, you do see, like, some chests that are even open. Like, it seems like people have been in here doing things.
Can I? Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
No, go ahead.
Can I like glance through quickly, just a quick scan over the top of any of these items to see if any of them look like familiar? Like maybe anything that might have been taken from anywhere that I would recognize and know what it is, or anything like that. If not,
Without a roll.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll say without a roll. Yes. That these, not all of them, but a lot of them do seem like they would be like elven, like ancient, not ancient, but like older elvish, like magical items and of nature. And you imagine, you can kind of deduce that they were taken from Melasmere.
ugh, I think we're about to make the Turbanes some very rich men.
All right. As you're all kind of rifling through it, you go in here, Jakar, you kind of stop for a second. You look over in the corner, and there's a mannequin. There is the mannequin has this like headwear. I'm not too sure how to describe it, but it's like this, almost like a circlet,
Oh,
and it kind of piques your interest.
I slowly start approaching it and just inspect it, grabbing it immediately.
You take it off. Nothing out of the ordinary happens, but it's just this very magical looking like circlet.
Ooh. Fuck it, it's shiny. I'll put it on.
Put it on. You guys watch as suddenly Jakar, putting on the circlet, he suddenly changes his appearance. He goes from this just gangly looking, just like terrifying looking, like borderline undead gnoll to a beautiful, beautiful, extremely handsome man. Jakar, if you would like to describe how the appearance is, but you are extremely attractive. You are a human
Damn.
man.
What?
AKA,
Oh,
he's
shit.
unchanged.
Uh,
Looks the same.
I'll let you
You see,
describe
it's
the
like-
description if you would like, yes.
You see, it's like Jakar is like staring for a bit, like looking at his own hands. Like perfectly kind of like cut now instead of the claws. He like looks towards his face, like that moment in Shrek of like looking like his facial features are like rugged, but there's like a chiseled kind of like jawline, a like where his ears were like a fluff of like hair. It's like shortcut, trimmed like up, like almost like spiked. There's bits and pieces of like the hair that he had now kind of like patchworks of like white across, like streaking back, almost like a peppered kind of like look, and a not necessarily like a bushy beard, but like almost like a shadow. Definitely like his arms look pretty fucking jacked. Like almost like thick tree branches that like have multiple kind of like scars on them, and the kind of like complexion of like, now you can see as like feral as this man was before, and there's still that sense of like, you know, stoicness to him. a gentle kind of like face. And I'm gonna post an image in general chat.
He
Um,
you were
looks
ready.
absolutely stunning.
I would probably like go look inside the room, see him, think he's
Oh.
an enemy, and attack him.
Well, you would have seen it was in the room with everybody. You all saw Jakar go over there. You saw the transformation take place.
No, I was outside.
You were
That's the thing.
well. You see, with your intelligence, you look in and you see all your friends just in awe looking at him, not like they're ready to square off. So you're confused. You don't see Jakar, but you do see this individual, this extremely attractive person just standing there. You all saw
He-
Jakar transform before your eyes as he put that on.
I'll say there is some Goliathan features on him,
There's some what features?
like a little bit of like Goliath.
Some
Goliath.
Goliath, yes.
Okay.
We can
What's
question this
going on?
later. Question mark. We should go.
What maybe?
She actually says
can look
question
at him
mark.
later.
Yes.
Question
Yeah.
mark.
Question mark.
Hold it.
Okay.
It's just stuffing your pocket.
Okay, yeah, you guys find there
Yeah,
seems to
I'm
be
gonna
these
grab
like little
some of that.
flasks of water, but they seem like very intricate flasks, so they must be important. So you kind of just like pull them away. There's different types of amulets, rings, things of that nature. You just kind of pile it all in. It's nothing that you can't carry with all of you, but I imagine you guys are doing this and fleeing the estate as quickly as possible.
Yep.
You go upstairs. The fire is no longer there. There is a bit of a scorch mark in that area.
And
The
Help yells
lights,
fire anyway.
the lights and lanterns and stuff that were in the area.
Hold on.
Sorry.
DM. Lumen will stay behind for a second. I don't know what it'll cost them. He's gonna check out the center table.
The center table.
Yes, and just look across it.
Okay. You see what looks to be like a different different like pieces. It looks like a table that could be like multi-purpose. Like it's not like there's not like a like checkerboard or anything like that. It just looks like a table that could be like shifted and moved. You see there's different types of like drawers and things like that that can be pulled out, and it looks like it could be folded in different ways to turn into different types of games, whatever is needed. You imagine games of like similar to like checkers or Parcheesi, or if they wanted a card game, they could turn it into something like that too. But it is like a multi-purpose table, and you see this table that is kind of in like a U shape around it with chairs where people imagine would like bet and stuff like that.
Okay, anything familiar? Any familiar iconography?
No, not on this table. I know what
Okay.
you're going for, but yeah, no.
Then if he fell behind, he'll quickly try to catch up.
All right. You quickly, yeah, it doesn't. You guys kind of notice for a second Lumen isn't there, but you hear him kind of coming up the stairs. Imagine he like lagged behind for a second. You guys quickly leave and don't. You don't see any workers. You see the guy dead on the ground in the boar, but beyond that, you guys get out pretty quickly. There's not much else going on.
I was about to say, as we're walking out, the sword that Minotaur had, does it look special in any way? Just like in our passing of him a couple times?
You being a fighter in nature, it does not. You imagine he was channeling
Okay.
magic into it to use as a sort of thing.
Yeah,
Because it looked
just thought I'd
mundane
ask.
until he started like casting spell. Like it was like he was using it almost like a catalyst or channeling thing for his
Yeah.
spells. Yeah.
Very good.
All right. So you guys are heading back towards to Gregor's shack, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose.
Okay. You guys.
On the way back, I just want to grab Calda by her magical ring hand and just be like, Calda, I hope you're okay from what happened in there. Take care of this, and then I'm going to use Cure Wounds as well, just in case.
Okay.
And you're going
Okay.
to heal for another 10 HP.
Thank you. Don't know what to say.
I imagine you're not very good at deception, right, Igor?
No.
Okay, so I imagine it's pretty obvious that you're kind of looking down at the ring.
Yeah, making sure everything's all good to go
Okay.
here. but also concerned for Caldex as the
Yes.
bearer of this magic.
I bet his people made it or something.
Sauron's gonna have a good time with this group. Anyway, actually the people that are after Lumen is not people from his backstory. It's the fucking Nazgul.
Nazgul,
You guys head back to Gregory's shack, getting there uncontested. You hear, as you guys are leaving the state, you do hear like yells and people seem like they were on their way, but you guys were very efficient. You didn't waste any time and you get out perfectly fine. You get to Gregory's shack. You walk inside and see him just kind of sitting there. Kind of looks like he's asleep in his chair.
Oh, Gregory in his chair.
As you kind of all walk in and close the door behind you, as the door shuts, he kind of springs awake. He's like, hello, you're all back. Oh gosh, I see you got a lot of goodies. Oh, okay. Well then, I guess that's it. Yeah. Good job. Like rubs his eyes a little bit. Cool. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. No, it's fine. Can you guys can all just put that down on the ground? It's fine. We could just kind of leave it here for a second. You guys dropping all the stuff that you're currently carrying. You have like in your bags and pouches and things like that.
I guess, yeah.
Does anything, critically stand out as interesting as we're removing and unloading?
It's all just like different, like fancy looking rings and amulets and maybe some weapons and stuff like that. But it all looks interesting. But yeah,
A sapphire butt plug.
it is like what you would find in a magic shop. It's not anything fucking crazy. Like you're not seeing like the sword of Haas or some shit here. Like it's.
Yeah.
But it's like you imagine it'd be like wondrous, like common and like uncommon, like magical items, basically, is what like you see here. Maybe like a rare too, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Right, so you're all just dropping the stuff.
Yeah, but as
That's
we
the
drop
way to
it,
think about it.
yeah, as we drop it, Rune will just kind of like tilt her head. Are you sure it'll be safe here? I mean, this doesn't seem exactly very fortified.
Oh no, it'll be all right. Yeah. You're all so you're all trying to get on the road as quickly as possible, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just I will be. But I mean, it's not really up for me to get you there. I can't cast spells or do anything like Lord Trebane can do. So he actually wants to speak with all of you. So I guess this is where we'll part ways.
Oh. Okay.
It's been a wonderful day. It's only been like a day, but I really appreciate all of you. And if you do work for Lord Trebane in the future, I look forward to working with you again. You all have been very nice to me, much nicer than
Same.
anybody else around here. But I've got other duties I've got to attend to.
I said with all the kindness in my heart, but I hope we never cross paths again.
The typical Shadycreek goodbye. All right. Well, anyway, take care. Yeah. See you later. And he just walks out the door,
All right.
Okay.
closes it behind him, and he just leaves you guys in there.
Oh.
But how would we meet him? How do we meet this Lord Trebane?
He's probably coming here.
Do we know what he looks like?
Yeah. Right? We saw. Oh no, wait. Yeah, he's the one that.
You did not see Lord Trebane.
No, we
never
didn't
met
actually
him.
see him. That's right. He did. He's only talked to him through his.
Oh my god, did we just get fucked over?
I mean, we're standing in the room with all the magic items.
You
We
are,
can't
Yeah,
get out
yes.
of
Oh,
Is this
it
a
okay,
yet.
test?
I thought he took the items and left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just have a bunch of magic items at our feet.
You do. Are any of you checking outside or anything like that?
I want to open the door
Okay.
and
Bruno.
look outside.
Yeah, she'll keep an eye out too.
Okay. Quarterly and Rune, as you guys go to open the door, it does not open up to a street anymore.
Oh.
Instead, it opens to a dark hallway, fancy rug, nice stonework on the walls. You see windows on the right side with like dark drawn curtains to keep the light out. And at the end, you see a desk, a large kind of very nicely polished wooden desk, a large portrait of an individual, black hair, kind of longer black hair with like a grayish beard, very nice, very well dressed in these like darker looking clothes, and like almost like a suit with like a bit of like an overcoat, like a peacoat. You see others as well. You see a woman, kind of like very dignified looking, standing kind of arm linked with him as well, and two other male children. You see a kind of a scrawnier, smaller looking one who seems to be dressed in what you would imagine to be like monk, like a gi almost, but like dark kind of looking and like fancy. And you see another one that looks like he's dressed in like a darker looking armor, like a family portrait. And sitting below the portrait, you see a much older looking version of the first man I mentioned in the portrait. This kind of darker hair, grayish sort of beard, has like almost colonial inspired, but not quite, like a dark black with like gold trim coat on. It looks like it's seen some use, kind of worn a little bit. And kind of he's sitting there with his hands folded as you open the door to the corridor, and he says, "So, I get to meet the Packt, as you call yourselves, at last. I believe we have a destination to get you all to, as your reward for helping me. I am Lord Darker Trebane. Welcome to my estate." And as you all kind of look on down the corridor and hear this, that is where we're going to end our session for the day.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Neato.
Neat. All right. Well, we'll pick up there next time, and I appreciate you guys coming out, but I got to get ready for work. I'll post a quick picture of what this hottie looks like.
Oh, is he a dill?
He
Is he a
is.
doll?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
We're collecting
Always,
too many.
always.
Oh,
Whoa.
hello, Lord Trebane.
That's great.
Hello.
Damn, Lord
right.
Trebane,
No.
I
My
had
family is
dibs.
looking for royal marriage right now. You know?
Jesus Christ.
Teleporting
All right,
anywhere.
well,
We're gonna
I
stay
will
right
see
here.
you guys next time. God damn it. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for
and,
DMing.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you for the session.
take it
Thank
easy.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.